It's in a cop car, cuz. Tripping, dude. Having fun in a fucking cop car.
Yep. Tristyn.
What's up, guys?
Yep.
Tristyn, if you walk out the damn...
When you see this in a...
So, we've talked to, obviously, a lot of people about this case. There's a lot of people saying a lot of different things, but one of the things that I understand is that Aiden Fucci was your boyfriend. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Can you tell me about Aiden?
He was a really tough kid. He had a lot of issues, and
It's okay. Take a deep breath. Until you're shaking up. It's okay.
I know that there was a really rough time for him at home. He would talk about that a lot.
What would he tell you about that?
He would tell me his mom would tell him he was a disappointment to her family, that he felt neglected by her, that he felt neglected by both of his parents, that he was the least favorite in his family. He told me that sometimes his dad would hit him, and his dad never really let him show emotions.
When we're talking about his dad, are we talking about his
His biological
his
father.
biological father? Okay.
Yeah. But it seems that he had a little bit of a better relationship with his dad than his mom. He had anger issues. I was aware of that. He told me that he really hated getting angry. And he hated doing things that he didn't mean to do when he got angry.
What type of things would he do when he got angry?
He usually told me he would just throw something. I never really saw him that angry before.
Okay.
He never kind of let me.
Okay.
Aiden kept knives for protection. He
Okay.
always had a knife on him if he wasn't at school. He would keep his AirPods. He listened to music to try and calm him down. He said that helped him with his anger.
Did Aiden ever discuss anything to you that would make you think he wanted to try to use a knife on somebody or anything like that?
Aiden talked about killing people a lot.
He did.
Yeah. But Aiden and I had a dark sense of humor, and I never took him seriously.
Right.
He talked about wanting to kill me. Sometimes he would take his knife and pretend to stab me with it, or sometimes he would come up behind me and put it against my throat and pretend to slit my throat. But I wasn't scared or anything. He never...
You trusted him.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, he would also, like, freak out if he accidentally elbowed me and apologize, shit like that. So, sorry, just...
Did he ever discuss in detail, like, this is how I would do something, or this is what I want to do?
Yeah, he did.
Can you tell me about that?
We were sitting on my roof, and the topic was brought up again about, he asked me, like, what I would do if he murdered someone. I don't know what my answer really was, but he would say that if he was going to murder someone, it was going to be planned.
Okay. I know it's tough, but I want you to kind of go into detail about what he said he would do when he planned this.
He said that he would just walk at night or something and find, like, a random person walking to and just drag them in the woods and stab them.
Okay.
He said that He thinks it's gonna happen soon. He said I should expect it within the month.
And when was that he said this?
I think this month.
What's this place?
It's a holding room.
Hmm.
It's a holding room.
Thank you.
Want to sit down? Have you been asking questions?
Well, they asked like what color's my hair and what color my eyes and all that, and how tall I am, and then where we lived.
You know they found this girl, right?
Where?
In our neighborhood. Down our main street.
Is she good?
No,
No,
she's not.
she's dead. That's why this is very important. It's all on you right now.
What is my problem?
You were
You
the
were
last
the
one
last
with
one
her.
seen with her. So right now, it's facing you right now, son. So however you talk, you breathe, you think, then you respond.
This is very serious, Aiden. You can't act like I don't know. I don't know. You can't, and you can't
You
say nothing
understand
that's
this
gonna
is
mess you
serious?
up.
Clearly. You understand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything you say will affect you.
That Snapchat that you did was not very smart.
Not good
either.
at all. Now we have people wanting to burn our house down and our cars down because of that Snapchat thing you did. It's all over. You're all over the internet and everywhere.
It
Social media.
It is on social media. You'll probably come stay with me after we get done with this, just for your well, safe being. You sure don't sit out?
I'm hungry. I don't sit.
You sit out.
I don't want to sit. I go ahead and so badly. Did you tell me anything different in the cop car that we don't know about? No. Do you know if this girl got picked up?
I told him about her dealer.
You think she got picked up by him?
I mean, probably. She said she wasn't coming home. She said she's gonna find somebody to stay at
After
their
you left her
house.
there walking? Like, you think she got picked up after that? She just kept walking?
Probably. I mean, I don't know.
Do you know if she turned the other direction or if she was just still walking behind you?
So you pushed her down and then you walked away. We shouldn't be talking in here.
I was just asking what he told the cops. I didn't see anything
understand.
different. I was just asking what he told them.
As you walked away, you came straight home. You didn't turn back around and see where she went? What were you doing outside that late at night?
I was at Trey's house hanging out with them.
Did you
Just-
kiss or do anything with this girl?
Be honest as you can to them.
I kissed
To-
her.
Yes.
Yeah, I kissed her.
Anything further?
Mm-mm.
So your DNA is going to be on her?
It's very
We
serious.
saw your shoes were off on the camera. Why were your shoes off?
Because my feet were hurting. And the shoes give me blisters.
Did you come home and then leave again?
Mm-mm.
Did you sneak back out or you're still at Trey's house the whole day?
I was at Trey's house.
Okay. It's just the one night I didn't ask where you were, so I was wondering. This is serious, Aiden.
It's very serious.
This is no joke. This is your whole life. Your whole life.
And ours.
And ours. And your brothers and sister. Enough for they can't go to school tomorrow.
Why?
Because the kids will hurt them. They're going to keep them here, right?
I don't know. They don't have no evidence that I know of yet. Unless you know any other thing I don't know.
Hmm?
Did y'all have sex?
Mm-mm.
Did she really grab you and you just really pushed her, or was that...
No, she did.
Okay.
You don't know what happened to her after you pushed her?
Mm-mm.
Did she say ow or get mad?
And she said Aiden. She was like, Aiden. I think I pushed her, but I just told her to F off. And I just walked off.
Do you know what direction she walked in?
Probably the other way, because she wasn't next to me anymore.
You didn't look back or nothing?
Mm-mm.
Nothing to worry about, right?
Mm-mm.
They're searching our house right now.
Why were you down?
Hmm?
Were you what when you got home?
A little bit, yeah.
From what?
Water.
What water?
Water from the cup.
Her cup?
No, water from a cup. A drink.
You spit on yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Fell off my hand.
What a day. What a nightmare.
I just hope I keep waking up.
Me too. We're gonna go home and get your clothes.
What clothes?
The clothes you're wearing.
Mm-hmm.
There'd be nothing on those clothes, right?
Yes, sir.
You wore khakis or blue jeans?
And blue jeans.
You sure there's nothing on them?
I think so. What?
When we looked on the camera, you were wearing khakis. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see this 20-year-old kid? You didn't get in his car?
Mm-hmm. I
You-
never even saw him before. I just heard about him.
That night?
Hmm?
You just heard about him that night?
Oh no, I've heard about him many times.
Do you have the black car?
I don't know.
You're not scared?
Not really.
Not really?
I'm a little scared, but
If he didn't do nothing, he had to be worried about.
I know, that's all I was asking.
You didn't do nothing, right?
yes, sir.
It's a hell of a bad time, bad spot. Leaving a 13-year-old girl by herself in the middle of the streets at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever time is not smart, bro. Walking home with her in the middle of the night, that wasn't smart either. You stay away from females. Anything could have happened. Did you kiss her this night?
Mm-mm.
This last night?
Mm-hmm.
We're at Trey's house?
Mm-mm.
On the walk? I still see why you kissed her and then all of a sudden she grabbed you and then you pushed her.
You better find your story and stay to it.
Yep. And they don't like all that switching back and forth stuff.
Think about every question he's going to ask you. Before you answer it, you think about the answer again. The next hour or two.
They're gonna make it rough on him. Ask him the same question to make sure he gives them the same answer. They're gonna badger you and badger you and badger you and badger you. Till your answer changes. Or even goes off a little bit. Hopefully you don't have to worry about your head.
Dave says it's going to take at least 72 hours to do the autopsy.
What's that?
Did they ever say why it took you so long to get home?
Mm-hmm.
What?
They asked me why. I
Why?
just said I walked around.
By yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just walk really slow home?
Mm-hmm. I was looking at the stars and
We received a series of videos late this afternoon, including those from inside Fucci's Durban Crossing home, which show what detectives say is Fucci's mom washing blood off of his jeans.
Part which shows his mother, Crystal Smith, walking into an upstairs bathroom. And that is where the state's attorney says Smith is seen cleaning her son's bloody jeans. Smith was arrested in June. She is charged with evidence tampering.
Person I'll be interviewing is, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's Adolphus, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you go by Trey, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, do you mind if I call you Trey?
You can call me Trey.
Okay. I know you've had a lot going on this week, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of things come out through social media and through news media outlets. I'm sure you've been bombarded probably. I can't imagine being in your position from what I know about it, okay? But what I spoke to your attorney about beforehand was, at this point in time, we don't have any reason to suspect you had any involvement in any of this, in the specific incident that happened. We think you may have information that may help us out with it. Okay, you understand that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I guess to get started, can you kind of explain to me background information, like how long you've known Aiden, how long you've known Tristyn?
I've known Aiden for about a year. The first day that I attended Patriot Oaks Academy, we became friends within the first 5 minutes, and we hung out every day for like the past 2 weeks. Not the past 2 weeks, but the first 2 weeks I was there.
The first 2 weeks you were there. Okay. So I'm just looking for background information, how long you've known Aiden, how long you've known Tristyn, what, your relationship is like with each of them individually, as a group, if you hang out as a group.
I mean, Aiden has said like some messed up stuff to me, like to Zophie, saying he was going to do things, but you don't really take any of that stuff serious as coming from a teenager.
Mm.
He has said he said his knife, he wanted to slit somebody's throat, and he said it'd be satisfying. He's talked about killing people. He's talked about fighting people. I've seen him practice stabbing motions with his knife. And I mean, you don't really take any of this stuff as in he's gonna stab and kill somebody, because he's just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just kids, and our group, I mean, we joke around about stuff, and we have a little bit of dark humor, but nothing like that. Nobody ever says they're gonna hurt anybody or kill anybody.
Okay. So I'm going to circle back to a couple things, but let's just keep going about what happened this past weekend. Starting with, did anything happen in school on Friday or Thursday, or any kind of conversations between the three of you about anything that's going on?
No, Tristyn said that they had a conversation in a class, but she didn't really give me any details on what they were talking about.
Who is they?
Tristyn and Aiden. They
Okay.
have one class together. And I mean, that's kind of their time. I mean, I don't really know what they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know what else to say. I mean, it's just...
So things in school were normal?
Yeah, there's nothing ever weird in school.
Out of the ordinary? What about after school?
After school, we usually hang out every day. If I'm not hanging out with them, I'm with Caleb. So... I've talked to Zophie, I called her, I just wanted to check on her to see how she was doing, because they were in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me that he said he was going to kill somebody within the month, and he said he was going to, he would kill her. He's talked about stabbing people, killing people, and I was just he said he was going to kill somebody this month, and then this happens.
When did he make that comment about wanting to kill somebody this month?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was towards the beginning, but that's not for certain. That's not a fact.
The beginning of April or the beginning of May?
April, more than likely.
Okay.
Because that month, it was more of them hanging out than I was.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of just them, and I was with Caleb most of the time, my other friend.
Who did he make that comment to?
He never said he was going to kill, she never said that he was going to kill somebody, in particular. He just said somebody.
Right, but that comment that he was going to kill somebody within a month, who did he make that comment to?
He made that to his girlfriend, Zophie.
Okay. So let's go, we're going to circle back to that, but let's go to Saturday night. What all happened Saturday night?
Saturday night, I currently got suspended from school, so I wasn't able to go anywhere. And Aiden came over around 8 after he got done hanging out with Sophie. He came around 8 o'clock, 8:20ish, and he was there for a couple hours.
So, were there any other conversations that you had with Aiden?
He made a joke about us being in prison, and I was like, "That's not funny." I was like, "I'm not trying to go to prison anytime soon, ever." He was like, "Wouldn't it be funny if like we both went to the same prison?" And I was like, "No, not really." I mean, I didn't even really pay much attention to it. I didn't even respond to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just kind of sat there, and then we drove away, kind of to the front of her neighborhood, and they put me in the back of the car. And then the rest of the day, I was just sitting in the back of the car until they put me in the police station.
Okay. So, were there any other conversations that you had with Aiden that you can recall?
That was the only 2 that we had.
Okay.
We were only in there for like 10 minutes together.
Okay. And so you were Snapchatting, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who were you Snapchatting with? Or you said you were making memories. Does that go to everybody, or is
No, it's just like if I were to get my phone, I'd click on like it's like right here on the bottom. There's like a little thing. It's like a gallery for Snapchat. So I went in there, and it's saved in there still.
Okay.
Because at the time, I just thought that she didn't go to bed and she fell asleep at a friend's house or something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that she wasn't like any of that even was possible, or that Aiden was even capable of doing something like that.
Okay. Was Aiden using Snapchat too?
Mm-hmm. That's when he posted the thing in the mirror. I was in the car with him when he did that.
Okay. Did he say anything about that, or he just went up and did it on his own, didn't make any comments about it, or?
He just did it on his own. I did too in my house. I came back in and I posted one. Does anybody know where Tristyn's at? Has anybody heard anything?
That was before you?
Never got into the car.
Okay.
That's when they left and before he came back to hold me.
Okay. So, during that encounter, that's when, correct me if I'm wrong, but you invoked your rights through your father, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, I want to talk about Tristyn first. Okay. Like I said, I know it's going to get a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit awkward, but I need you to be honest with me, okay?
Yes, sir.
Can you describe your relationship with Tristyn?
We were a lot more than friends. We were really close. She called me like from her cousin, and then like ever since then the ball was just rolling, and then like she was kind of the first girl that I like talked to more than a friend at Durban.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I was the first guy that she was talking to or anything like that, but all I know is she was the first girl I talked to in Durban. And then when Aiden started coming to sleep over, and I started having sleepovers with people, I would invite her over, because, you know, an extra person having over makes things more fun, instead of like one person.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go to Aiden now. Okay, you said you've known him for a while. You've been best friends with him for, I think you said best friends, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. From the first day you started going to Patriot Oaks.
Yeah, but it was kind of off and on, because we were friends for about a good month.
Mm-hmm. And
then we got into a big fight, and we just like hated each other.
What was that fight about, if you don't mind me asking?
He kept, you know, when you treat your friends with respect, you treat other people with respect. He treated me lower than I know that I was.
Okay. So he just didn't treat you as a very good friend?
Yeah.
Okay, so what caused you to get back into a friendship with him?
After I got quarantined for 6 weeks, came back to school, I have a class with him. I was like, I don't even care anymore. I was just like, it's already passing over.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, yeah. Then eventually, then when we started talking again, he treated me right, and then we became best friends.
Okay.
And then especially when I met Sophie, because I knew his girlfriend before he did. I was friends with her, I hung out with her. And then I brought him aboard the little group we had, me and her.
Okay. Can you describe Aiden's attitude, his personality, his demeanor?
Didn't care about anything. He was a really big pothead. That's one of the main things he talked about was weed. He didn't really care about anything. He was really chill. It's one of the main reasons I liked him as a friend. He just wasn't really bouncing off the walls everywhere. Mm-hmm. He was kind of chill. He was more mature than everybody else, so I could stand being around him.
Mm-hmm. So did he ever talk about death, about killing?
He did all the time.
He did all the time. Can you elaborate on that for me?
So we'd hang out every day. He would, about every 2 weeks, we'd have a conversation about it. Like, not a conversation, he would just say that. He's talked about it way more with Sophie than he ever has with me. He's brought it up maybe like 4 or 5 times because he's seen the way I reacted to it. Because, you know, but he talks about it all the time with Sophie.
So what would he talk about with you?
With me, he would just, like, remember we were with Tristyn one time, he was like, Trey's crush would be like fighting people, because I do boxing, and I've been boxing for a couple of years. He'd be like, Trey's crush is like fighting, my crush is killing people. And then, like, I was just like, what? Like, your crush means you like doing it. So you like killing people. His mom was always mean to him. His dad was always mean to him. He was always, like, in a bad mood, but you didn't know he was in a bad mood. So I just didn't know if that was his way to cope with it, and if he was just, like, dark about some things.
Okay. So that would just be the comments that he made, that his crush was about killing people?
Yeah.
Did he make any kind of specific comments about wanting to kill?
Slitting throats. He said that before. Not anyone specific. He never said he was going to kill somebody specifically. He just, like, he would say killing people or slitting throats, stabbing people, stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, he's talking about slitting throats and stabbing people. Did he carry a knife with him?
Yes, he did.
Like, once in a while?
No, me and I was really good with my hands, so I knew how to fight. He knew how to fight, but me and there was a whole bunch of high schoolers that were trying to, like, jump me and Aiden. There's like at least an easy 30 or 40 of them. So he always carried it on him, and, like, we were always watching our backs. That's why we never usually go to South.
Hey, are you Aiden? Yes, ma'am. Hey, I'm Detective Police Officer here at the Sheriff's Office. We're trying to figure out where Tristyn's at, and I'm not trying to get you in trouble or anything like that. Obviously, I'm more concerned right now about her safety and what she's doing and where she could be hanging out. You're telling him that there may be another path that he's maybe staying at? Or she's staying at? What's the path?
There's like a trail that goes super deep down there.
Down into the woods?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you heard from her at all? No? Okay. All right. So, are you willing to kind of give me a statement about what's going on with her?
Yeah, so we're at Trey's house, and then I stayed there until probably like 1:50 a.m. And then I was really late to be home, so I just had to leave, or else my mom would, like, seriously just kill me.
Okay.
So we started walking home, and then next to, like, where that brick wall starts up there, is where, like, she touched my dick, and I, like, pushed her off me real hard, and then I just kind of, like, I kind of walked away out of anger.
I am with, state your name?
Aiden Fucci.
Say it louder, please.
Aiden Fucci.
Thank you, Aiden. Do you understand each of these rights if I've explained them to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So you don't want to talk to us? That's fine.
I told y'all what happened. I can't really tell y'all anymore because I don't really know what happened.
No, if you don't, that's fine. You don't want to talk to us, you don't have to talk to us. Okay? We're going to be holding on to your phones, all right, buddy?
Hey, Siri. Text Dream Girl. They took my phone. I'm using Siri, and I love you. Bye.
Your message to Dream Girl says they took my phone. I'm using Siri, and I love you. Bye. Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, it's sent.
Hey, Siri. Text Dream Girl. I'm talking through the glass. I cannot see your text.
Your message to Dream Girl says I'm talking through the glass. I cannot see your text. Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, it's sent.
Hey, Siri. Text Dream Girl. Please stick with me through this.
Sorry, I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
Please stick with me through this.
I'm sorry.
Right, we're going to go to the Amenity Center.